In this video, let's look into how we can integrate e-signature in Microsoft Word. Now, the e-signature which I'm talking about is from Microsoft. I'm not talking about DocuSign or Adobe Sign in this video. E-signature. So SharePoint e-signature is part of the SharePoint premium service. So if you turn on your premium services in Microsoft 365 Admin Center, then you will be able to leverage this feature. Now, basically, it enables secure native electronic signing of PDF and Word document. Now, here we are just talking about Word documents. Now, I have already covered a separate video on how you can enable e-signature for your PDF documents within SharePoint libraries. Now, the services need to be enabled from M365 Admin Center. As I mentioned to you, you need to turn on the PG services. And once you connect to your Azure subscription, then you will be able to view all the SharePoint premium services feature, e-signature being one of them. Now it supports up to 10 signers per document, which you may not even require for a document. Like you may require at least one or two or maximum three. But if you require like 10 signers, then yes, this solution can provide you up to 10 signers per document. It provides automated tracking and it saves the signed files back to the original folder. So you get all the tracking, what happened with the document, which life cycle it went through, who signed the document, who accepted the document, who declined the document. All this information will be tracked. Now, the service integrates with third party providers like DocuSign or Adobe Sign if required. So, if you don't want to use Microsoft SharePoint e-signature, then you have an option to use the third party services as well. Now, the billing is based on the type and the number of transaction. Now, in this video, we are just focusing on Microsoft Word e-signature. E-signature basically create request directly from a SharePoint document library or a Word application. Now, in document library, you can have a Word document or you can have a PDF document, and then within the Word document, you can create the request directly for e-signature. It supports signing by both internal users and external recipients. So if B2C is configured. So if you have a, say, take for example, if a end user has a Gmail account or a Hotmail account, you can still use that to sign the document. Now, provided the user log in with a Microsoft account. Now, the document remain within the Microsoft 365 trust boundary, ensuring the compliance of that particular workflow. Now, it supports up to 50 fillable fields per document. Now, signatures are invalidated if document is altered after signing. So, if the document is completely signed, it goes through all the workflow process, and if you go ahead and update that document, then the signature become invalidated. So you need to undergo the process again. So once the document is signed, that's it. That's the final copy, and you should not tamper that document again. It approximately costs around $2 per request, and Microsoft gives you some free promo. So they give you some capacity so that you can test your solution without incurring any additional cost. E-signature in Microsoft Word. So once you open Microsoft Word, here on the right hand side under the insert pane, you will see e-signature field. Once you click on it, here it will ask you to start with e-signature. It will ask you to add a recipient, add a request title or an optional message, and then you can start creating your signature request. Now you can add multiple recipients and you can even request for signing in order for the multiple recipients. Once you send out a request, here you will see an email which says view request, please sign and review, and then the end user will sign it. So here in this case, it is waiting on Alex, and Alex, when Alex opens the document, he will see this kind of a screen. Alex signs the document, and Alex even has an option to download, print, or decline to sign as well. Then once you see the request, you can see that Alex has already signed. Use the signed documents, and that's it. So that's the complete end-to-end workflow. So I'm going to demonstrate that. So let's move into M365 Admin Center. So here in admin.cloud.microsoft, Here you can navigate to settings, org settings, and then from here navigate to pay as you go services. So what you need to do, you need to configure the billing, add a billing policy, and then connect your Visual Studio or whatever enterprise subscription you have. You connect it to your pay as you go services. Once you do that, all these options will light up. One of the option being e-signature. So let users set up PDFs for internal and external stakeholders to log it, but it is more than a PDF. You click on e-signature. Here you get an option to select let people in your organization use electronic signature, and then here I've turned on Microsoft 365 e-signature. Now as I mentioned to you that you can also turn on third party services like Adobe or DocuSign from this interface itself, but that will incur an additional cost. Now which apps can use Microsoft 365 signature? Now you have to turn this option on Word desktop. If you don't turn this on, you will not be able to utilize Word to do an e-signature. Once you do that, there is another option where you need to specify which SharePoint site libraries can use electronic signature. Now, it is advisable to make or create a separate site, or maybe just specify site. Don't keep it for all site. I have just kept it for all site just for demonstration purpose, because you don't want to incur an additional cost when the user starts using the services. So select specific site. You type in the search site name. So I just type in the search name, maybe Brisbane site, and then yes, that site will be enabled for e-signature. I'll just leave it as it is. I'll just close this option. Now, there's one more option, like navigate to config.office.com. That will take you to Microsoft 365 Apps Admin Center. Under customization, you have policy management. Now, here in policy management, I have created a policy for all the users. So you create a policy for all the users, click on next, and then from here you will select the scope, like whether this applies to all users or specified users or users that access documents anonymously. You click on next, and then from here you select the policy. Now here if you just search for Word, here you will see allow the use of e-signature for Microsoft Word. So you click on it, and then you need to turn this option on. So if you want to use Microsoft Word uh, to have the e-signature feature. So this policy setting allows you to control whether users can request e-signature directly from Words and tenants that have enabled Microsoft's native e-signature service. Now, all this thing good. Once you do that, you go to your SharePoint site. Now, this is a simple SharePoint site as you see over here, and it has a set of document library. So I'll go to the contract document library, which has a contract. Okay, so it has, so we have seen all the PDF document e-signature previously, but now we are going to see Word document. Now here I have a Word document. I'll click on this contract document. So let's assume you have this contract document prepared and you want parties to sign this document. Now over here you can see that, okay, independent contractor agreement. Here you can specify the name. Now here you have one side employer and another side contractor. Depending on your use case, you can have different people. Now, if you want to turn on e-signature, now remember this is Word Online. So you just need to search for e-signature. Now, if you search for e-signature, you click on looking for e-signature, it will say open in desktop because you cannot directly do perform that operation. Now, if I go into insert, here you should see an option of e-signature when you are in a uh, desktop version. So, okay, let's go ahead and open it in desktop. Once you click open in desktop, it will open Microsoft Word. And here in Microsoft Word, this is a Word version. You can see this document. Let me open view site to site. So this is my document. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to sign. So for that, go to insert, and then from here you see e-signature fields. Now we need to start adding e-signature fields. So you click on e-signature fields. So it will ask you to create a signature request. So it will start preparing this document. Click on add recipient, and then here you can use all this field. Now if you see over here, you have signature, initials, date, text. So these are like by default fields that are available for you to use. Now I will say I want to give it to Alex. So I will just type in Alex's name and signature. Now I take the signature and signature contractor is Alex. So I just insert this. So maybe I'll just say click on insert and then recipient signature will be added over here. Then initials or maybe in the name section, I will just insert and then on title section, I don't have anything. Maybe in date section, I will just put over here the date. So I'll just click on insert. So let's assume these are the document uh, placeholders for signature, initials, date. Now, if you expand this option over here, you have an option to delete it and you can have your own field, but signature is mandatory. Initials, date, and text, yes, you can delete it and then you can have or add your own field, or maybe you can completely remove the recipient. Now you can do this for the other party as well over here. I'm not going to do that. This is just a demonstration. Once this document is ready, you just click on next and you can specify the request title. Now you can just either use the by default, which it picks up from the name of the document, or you can just say uh, employer contractor agreement sign signing, something like that. Okay, and you can specify a message. You can say, hey Alex, would you mind signing the document and send it back by maybe 15th March 2026. And you can also add multiple recipient and then you have an option to sign in order, but I'm good with it. I'll just click on create request. Now what we have done, we have set up the document. We have sent a signature request to Alex. Now, if I go into Alex's inbox over here, Alex should receive a signature request. Now, it might take some time because that goes through the complete service. So maybe if you just hit refresh, then I think in a minute or two, you should receive an email notification. Now, till the time it receives, let me also show you the person who's sending out this request. So let me go into the Outlook of the person who is sending out the request. In this case, it is me. So I'll just open the Outlook mailbox. Now, as you see, like we have received an email. So here, as a person who is sending out, will see this email. You sent a signature request for employer contractor agreement signing view request. And this is the message, and this is waiting on Alex. Now, if I go to Alex, Alex has received an email. Signature request for contractor employer signing. This is a message waiting on, and Alex can go ahead and click on view request. And Alex will receive a pop-up telling that Microsoft 365 e-signature terms and condition. By selecting agree, you agree to the e-signature terms of service, and then you need to read the document. Once you accept the document, you click on agree, and now here you as Alex, you have received this request. Now on the right hand side, you will see history in progress, needs to sign Alex, signature request created by Girish. So you will see all the information. You can click on view history to toggle this pane. You can click on view details to see the document title, message, recipient, and you can even decline to sign as well. You just click on decline to sign if you don't want to sign this document. If you're okay with this document, then you can click on view history over here. Now you can click on sign here. If you just click over here, you can just type in your name, Alex Wilper Max, and then I can change the font. I can just put like that. Or maybe what I will do is I will draw over here. So I can go ahead and pick a pen and then I will just type in and say Alex Wilper. Even this is fine. Click on done. and then that signature will appear over here, as you see over here, right? You can clear, you can click on done, that's fine. Initial here, you just click on it, it will automatically pick the initial. You can update the initial, click on done, and date signed. So you click on date signed and it will pick up current date. Once you do that, your document is now completely ready. It will receive a notification. It will say ready to submit your signed document. You have completed all the required fields and this document is ready to go. You click on submit. Once you click on submit, submitting the document, it might take a moment. And once the request is submitted, the receiver of the document as well as the initiator will receive an email notification. It says your signature was added. You may not annul, rescind, cancel, or otherwise void your electronic signature to this document through M365 eSignature. And you must contact the center directly to make any change. You click on OK. Now here you will see all the history. You will receive an email soon with a link of the completed document. So let's go into Alex's email. And Alex has received an email that said, okay, you added your signature to employer contractor agreement signing. You click on view request. And then on the right hand side in the view history, you will see all the details and the signed document. So this is how we have signed. Now you can place all this aligned characters accordingly. I've just kept it at one place, but you can align that. You can format the document. You click on details to view all the details for the document. Now as a requester, I should receive an email. So maybe I'll just click on refresh. And we have seen the complete cycle, right? Like you as a creator sends out a signature request. Alex as an end user signs the request, and once Alex signs the request, Alex receives a notification that okay, the entire process is now complete. Now if you go into the document library over here, if I just refresh the document library, I think it is still processing. So it is yeah. So as you see, now I have received an email. It says, view your signature request for employer contractor signing is complete. View the signed document. So you click on view signed document and it will convert this into a PDF version and then it will save the document. And as you see over here, it has saved the document correctly. Now, if you go into the document library, you will see the signed version as well in a PDF format. So as you see over here, this is a published format. And that's it. So what we have done, we have taken a Word document, a agreement or a contract, and then we have enabled e-signature in that document. We have sent the request to an user signed the document, and then this document was published in the same document library. Now from here you can maybe create some quick action to move that into a signed document folder or any other different site, and then that document will be automatically placed on a click of a button, or maybe you can automate that entire process as well. So that's it folks, this is all about e-signature in Microsoft Word. Thanks for watching.